Here's another keepsakecrafts.net video for House of Gems. Today we're making macrame and bead bracelets. Alright, so I've gone and gotten set up here. I've arranged my beads in pairs in the order that I want them on my bracelet. And then the next thing you'll need to do is cut two 2-yard long pieces of your braiding cord. Hold the ends together and then measure down 18 inches and fold the cord right at the 18-inch mark. And then you're going to make a loop right here. And you want this loop to be just big enough for your bead to pass through, your clasp bead. The next thing you'll need to do is clamp your loop so that it's held down by some sort of third hand, something on your desk or whatever, and then find those two shorter ends and tape them down to your work surface. The short ends will be the base strands for your bracelet weaving. And then you want to pull one of the long ones to the left and another to the right. Now it's just a matter of doing the knotting sequence, which is fairly simple, but it can get confusing, so I've made myself a cheat sheet. So the first step is to put the left over the base and under the right strand. And then the right goes under the base and over and through the loop made by your left strand, and then pull it tight. Now you have a new left and a new right. So the right goes now over the base and under the left, and the left goes under the base and over and through the right. And that's it. You just keep repeating that sequence, and each of these is a square knot, and by doing them in opposite directions you keep your weaving flat, otherwise it would spiral. You're going to repeat this for 1.5 inches. So here I have 1.5 inches of knots, and by the way, as you're knotting, if it looks wrong, it probably is, just stop, undo what you last did, and then redo it. And now it's time to add a couple beads. I like to cut the ends of my cord at an angle, and then you're going to slide one bead onto each cord, slide them up, and repeat this sequence once, and continue adding a bead to each cord and repeating that sequence once until you've used up all your beads. Now you can see I've added all of my beads with 2 square knots in between each set of beads, and now it's time to continue with just knotting until your bracelet is about 1 inch shorter than you want your finished bracelet to be, and that would be measuring from the knot. So here you can see I've finished the weaving on my bracelet. It's about 1 inch short of the finished length that I want, and now it's just a matter of finishing up this end. So the first thing to do is gather all 4 strands together and just make a simple overhand knot, and then slide your bead that's going to be your clasp onto one of these ends. So once you slide your bead on, go ahead and make another overhead knot, and then if you like you can trim these ends, leave a little fringe, tie a little knot in the end for decoration, and your bracelet is done.